Okay, so last session, you were asked to do some exploring up the mountain to see if there had been any, or if there were any visible further dangers on the mountainside, while the townsfolk handled the cleanup down in the city itself. And you had found a couple of turbines up there, as they had said. And at a little bit above one of them on the cliff face was a old tree that would look like it was in danger of falling over. So after much deliberation, you guys decided to pull that tree out so that it wouldn't fall over at some point when it was unattended to. But that also revealed uh, a new cave entrance in which you heard some high-pitched cries like that of a child, and also some crashing sounds. So, being the intrepid adventurers you are, you decided to investigate. Um, you went down a series of rather narrow caves and found some cave whoopers and a cave quagsire, who more or less strong armed you into their territorial conflict, or attempted to. You guys had said you would check it out at least, and they seemed okay with that. Uh, After you went back up the cave, you had explored the ostensible where their opponents had been staying, uh, and you didn't find much, just a bunch of rubble on the ground. But after Lucas stepped on a piece of that, you discovered that that was in fact the geodudes that the Quagsires uh, were referring to. Beyond that, there was also a weird burrowing thing that you had attempted to uh, catch a glimpse of at various parts of the cave. So far, you have not been able to. And that's approximately where we left off. And over here, as I said, Lucas had just stepped on a Geodude, which is looking rather annoyed and has a flaming fist at the ready. It doesn't attack immediately, but it looks like it's going to lose its temper in a little bit.
If someone with a far better charm score than me wants to try and make it not attack us, they're welcome to.
I mean, all I can throw at it is a pokey head. Pretty helpless here. Because
That does.
Esme's just gonna want to
Nope.
fist bump it.
That does count as charm for you. Because you're a Pokemaniac.
I guess I can give it a try. Alright, I'm gonna throw a pokey head roll at it because that's my thing.
Okay.
Hey, look who can roll today.
Yay.
Aha! Adding those two more dice seems to have helped.
Okay, look.
oh,
right.
did you? Oh, yeah, of course, because
We're at 3d6
you actually had a
still.
much higher score, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
I forgot.
So, the Geodude still looks annoyed, but this is enough to make it lower its fist, which is no longer flaming, although it's probably still hot if you touched it. And it kind of sinks back to the ground, whereas it was floating a little bit before. And it kind of just glares balefully at you, or at Lucas, rather. So right now it is, I'll say it is still hostile, but not, it doesn't look like it's going to immediately attack. Maybe you step on it again.
Well, now that you said no.
Established dominance.
T-pose.
Yeah, that's right, bitch. Kick.
It has a humiliation fetish.
Oh no.
Oh no. Just like Ahego guy.
Oh no.
Miles, can you get your dudes to talk to it?
I can.
That might be a good idea because I don't speak rock.
Dudes.
Dude's talking with the dude.
Yes.
Okay, so you get the feeling that it is annoyed at being stepped on. It doesn't feel. It's not hurt or anything. It's just it has certain pride. Being stepped on is not part of maintaining that pride. Other than that, what are your unknown trying to get from it?
What's its side of the Whooper conflict? Is it involved?
So you get the idea that this particular Geodude has just been sleeping for the most part. It is aware of the conflict, but they're not really as monolithic. There are quite a few Geodude here, and enough of them form like a group to, have that conflict go on. But this one's kind of just out here.
Be
Sure.
right back.
Um,
Firefox cracked.
Yeah. Does it know where the people who are part of the conflict are?
That's a good question. So you get the as a response to that question, you get the understanding that some of the Geodude here have been dormant for a very long time, and it points at like one of the indents in the walls. And as if you recall, the walls themselves look like they haven't been weathered very much. It's rather just jagged cracks. So it tells you that basically the walls split for some reason in this area, and some of them came out from various spots in the walls.
Right.
So it's not apologetic because that's not what its personality is like, but it does express that it doesn't really know where the main group, so to speak, is.
Sure. Hey, Esme, have you got, like, any spare cloth
I mean, I can take a little bit off of my scarf.
off of your 4 meter long scarf?
Utility scarf.
Yeah. I just want to give it a little blanket.
Okay, here, take the scarf.
And
Are you
just
giving the
tuck,
Geodude a blanket?
tuck it in as thanks, and then we can move on.
Okay. It looks a little bit confused at the blanket because it is used to sleeping among the rocks. But nevertheless, it understands the gesture through the connection. So it kind of bemusedly sinks back down into the ground where it digs itself in a little bit with the blanket.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so at least you've marked the spot. You're not likely to trip over that particular Geodude again.
Well, we don't have infinite of them. So,
True.
Lucas, don't go standing on any more of them.
Don't stand on the ground anymore. Just
Yeah,
go along.
like float. Do like I do and float.
Right. Hello.
Yeah.
Is the hallways, are they thin enough that you could theoretically walk on the walls? Crab walking on the walls?
That is a good question. So right now, I actually had it in at combat size, in case a combat happened. But let's see. I would say that how wide or narrow the passage is varies based on where you are. It didn't crack evenly, so there are some parts where you probably could, some parts that are too wide to do that, unless you are Dulcim.
I am not Dulcet.
You're not? Are you sure?
Yeah, relatively certain.
Miles is tiny, right?
Can you what?
Can we just kind of shove him through there?
No.
I mean, could we though? Should we? Probably not, but could we?
Possibly.
Also, what were the Geodudes, by the way?
What do you mean?
Like, what are they mechanically?
They're
That is for me to
Geodudes.
know and for you to find out.
Well, what do they look like?
They look like pumice.
Okay.
Accurate response.
You don't expect me to give you the answer like that just because you asked, do you?
Well, I mean, like, is there any other distinguishing features of them? Like, do they have any sort of elemental type?
I mean,
Fire.
it had a flaming fist as its
Oh,
first
okay.
first order of retaliation.
Yeah, I was gonna say fire seems most likely because pumice only grows in fiery areas, right? Or not grows, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Formed
yes.
in.
Pumice farms.
Pumice farms, yeah.
But yeah, okay. So just to give you a little bit of your bearings, you came from this direction. That's the
Right.
first game you came out of. I said there were two splits, one to the north, one to the south, and then those split further. And then there's another like set of two splits up there. I said the right side splits looked like they had jagged cracks, lots of rubble. Left side seems relatively clean, although less traffic on the first left passage, more traffic on the right passage. That's what we had established last time.
Okay.
I guess I can
So,
give you a little bit more.
I mean, we can carry on. We can carry on this way, right? Like,
Yep.
hopefully not stepping on Geodudes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were also going to check this way, I think. Because we went this way up the top, right? And there wasn't anything. Am I misremembering? We checked two of them already, right? We checked the left-hand split
Yeah.
that I
So
had, and then we had these two that we haven't been down.
yeah. So basically, this side didn't have a lot of traffic. You had heard the digging noises again once you tried to investigate this one. So whatever that was escaped from this hallway.
Yeah.
You had explored to the north as well, and that had basically a larger chamber. A fair bit of rubble, but didn't seem like there was anything here. Although
Yeah.
now that you've stepped on one and the rubble revealed itself, you suspect that might not have been just rocks.
Yeah, I mean, so we could go back up to the big chamber. What does everyone want to do?
What about this one that we're currently in? The alcove that we're currently in? Is there anything else?
You have not gone all the way yet for this one.
All right. Well, I assume perception is probably the most relevant skill, but I would imagine survival would also be pretty relevant to avoiding Geodudes. Lucas, now that you know that there's Geodudes buried in the ground, do you want to lead the way?
Sure. I mean, I can do.
Okay.
I could even try and ride javelin.
I think the cave. So the cave is big in some places and small in other places. So you could for a little distance, but you would probably have to get off like not that far away.
Okay, well, I guess I'll move forward carefully.
Okay.
Because I've got a big torch, so I can like just watch where my feet are going more than anything else, and try not to kick any big bits of rubble.
Okay. So I have a question for you. If you describe your approach, are you A, trying to avoid everything that looks like it could feasibly be a Geodude? B, are you trying to identify Geodudes and avoid them? Or C, and I don't think this is likely, are you just walking forward without paying attention to them?
Well, Lucas isn't super educated on what Pokemon are necessarily, but he
Okay.
knows vaguely how big this thing is. So he's trying to avoid things like that size and bigger, I suppose. So is that option 2 that you said there? No, that was option 1, right? So
Okay.
so I'm trying not I'm not trying to necessarily go that's a Geodude and it's more like that's a pretty large piece of rubble. I'm trying
Sure.
not to kick it.
Sure. Instead of perception or survival, roll me an acrobatics instead.
Wow. Sure. It's
Okay.
not so bad.
So yeah,
Oh.
Lucas is able to kind of tiptoe around the larger rocks, anything that looks like it could be Geodude sized or larger. And he gets to, I'll say, this area is the other side for now.
Blue.
But unfortunately, since he did not identify them, that doesn't make the passage any easier for the people following.
Float.
Miles can indeed float.
Wub, 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 wub.
Had I known this wouldn't make it any easier for the people behind me, I would have done the other option.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, your job was literally to guide us, not to navigating yourself with no issues.
I mean, hey, you just have to all roll.
The question
good
that was
acrobatics.
asked wasn't what I
Yeah,
answered.
no, it wasn't your fault. I'm just saying that is what happened.
So Lucas does point out which of the rocks are big enough to be Geodudes, though.
Okay. Well, in that case, then we'll just avoid those rocks and keep going.
Okay. Then you can make me acrobatics.
Well, do I need to even roll?
Yeah, it could still happen.
I mean, it's gonna be Esme. We know it's gonna be Esme.
Hey, look, right? I'm doing my best.
Okay, so Chance gets across, no problem.
I have athletics, not acrobatics, don't I?
You see before you a large sea of rocks.
Run up the wall.
Oh yeah, I can scuttle, can't I?
Powerful.
Should I make it athletics or acrobatics, Rev?
That would be most likely acrobatics, unless you tell me of a way. Let's see. What would be a way? I don't think you have Wall Runner, do you?
Probably not.
No, and
But
Wall
I am
Runner
willing
talked
to
about
arm
it
wrestle
before.
any Geodude here that, like, mouths off.
So then I think you can save the athletics for after that happens, if it happens. I would say acrobatics, unless someone decides to help you somehow.
The unknown can, like, help, but I think Esme is probably a bit bigger,
Okay.
being not 13, and I don't know. How much does Esme weigh?
Like, I think 150. She's 5'2".
Is Esme secretly full of helium? I wouldn't put it past her.
Alright, I'll try acrobatics.
Okay, do it with a +2, because the unknown are helping.
Yeah.
Alright, so what is that? What is that gonna be? Roll. What would that be? D6.
Oh, you only have one.
I don't know what it would be. I'm sorry, I'm
Let's
blank.
see. No worries. Let me go take a look. It should be in your sheet, like in your Roll20 sheet. So if you just click it, it should work. That being said, you have 2d6.
Acrobatics is 2d6, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
+2 for the unknown's help.
So 2d6 plus 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. I guess maybe that I don't know.
Okay.
Yay, I'm bad.
That's pretty good.
So, yeah, no, it's pretty good. So you know, Esme traverses it a little bit more carefully than the others, because this isn't as much her area of expertise, and she can't literally just float like Miles. But she does make it across without angering any rocks.
Yay.
So you're all good.
Hurrah.
Once you're over here, let's say Lucas and Miles make me perception checks. This is again hearing based, so not unknown.
Yeah, let me just... I'm pretty sure I'm on 5 for this. I always forget.
Eyes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the only sheet I
Ears.
don't actually update on
Your eyes
on
and
here
ears.
is my trainer sheet. Yeah, there we go. Wow, he can do the who gives a shit?
Okay. So you're both able to hear the now familiar breathing from the end of the cavern here. There is a large rock in the middle of the room that's kind of obscuring your vision of the. Actually, reveal that. So it's kind of obscuring your view of the end of the hallway because the rock is mostly in the way.
Is it floor to ceiling rock?
No, it is not. It's just
Oh.
fairly large.
The blob
Okay.
of unknown move atop the rock.
Okay. So since it's in the dark, I would say that they don't see the colors, but they see a kind of, how would I describe this? Vaguely slug-like shape. Like, uh, it has a fat head, a narrower body, and a kind of a pointed tail. And it's kind of just like lounging motionless over there in that corner,
Which corner? Sorry, where?
to
Down.
the left.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
over here.
Yep.
Zoom and enhance.
Is it
Okay.
is it time for more Pokey Ed? Because that's my shit. That's my shit, boys.
Esme,
So-
there's a thing. There's a thing, and the unknown don't know what it is.
Let me check if the unknown are. I would assume they're mostly soundless.
I think they are.
Yeah, let me just double check. But I mean, even if it doesn't say, I think they are. Okay, time to play some broken telephone.
Ooh.
Let's see. So, whatever. Oh, they have invisibility.
Yes.
That's fine. Why do they have invisibility? Do they actually ever go invisible?
Yeah, they can phase out
Huh, okay.
into like half into unknown space or some shit.
Okay. Let me see what the roles here are. I know what I want Esme to make. I want Esme to make an intuition, but I want to see a.
Why would you do that? You know she's stupid.
Let me see. Is there another skill?
Esme's intuition is always, it's a friend, we should hug it.
Uh-huh.
like to
That's
think that-
Miles too. Don't at me.
I like to think that Rev has a list on his side, like a sticky note on the side of his monitor that has all of our pathetic skills, and he tries to work in situations where he makes us use our pathetic skills.
So you may be happy to hear that I don't have that, but I also don't keep track of your not any skills that you have that are not your standout skills, because I think I know those by now. So it might happen that I call on some not so great skills every once in a while or all the time. Let's see. Make me a. You know what? Let's have Miles also make me an intuition check so you can intuit what's the best way to explain this. in a
Sure.
tangible way. Double
Yep.
intuition, please.
15.
Okay.
Okay. Let's add a +3 to that as Mason. Okay. So, the message gets transmitted pretty much unmolested. You learn that it is vaguely slug-shaped. I can explain it in a little bit more detail. It looks a little bit like an upside-down pear, or a gourd, I should say. Two main bumps. Head is largest. Middle section is narrower, but still like a bulge, and then the tail is kind of a sharp shape.
Esme, do you know what that is?
I mean, I could Pokey Ed check it because I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, you can do that.
Now watch me fuck it up. You watch.
When going
Okay.
Okay.
Watch you
So-
fuck it up, 20.
Sure. Let's see.
I have the power now.
Let me take a look. So, based on your knowledge, you can mostly. So I would say that Miles probably described it as kind of a slug shape, because that's how I described it. You know that by process of elimination, most of the slug-like Pokemon don't do well in like caves like this without much moisture. So that's not likely. The other direction you could go with this is that it looks kind of like a snake, although rather fat. So, yeah, go on. What were you about to say?
With a PH.
Yeah, with PH.
Nice
so,
contribution.
You suspect it's either, given that you've seen some variants of Pokemon, it's either some regional variant of a slug Pokemon, or it's some kind of burrowing snake. So
It's like a Sandaconda that's particularly thick.
yeah, that sounds possible since it was top heavy.
It's a roly-poly boy.
Uh-huh. But it does seem to be unusually docile, as in it's not really moving. Although I guess that doesn't really narrow it down because snakes and slugs don't really move either.
Here's mate. Dare to hug it.
How much?
Double dog dare.
Bitch, you know I can't resist that. Fine. Esme's gonna get on, like, her stomach and slither over somehow.
Okay, so let's say as you're doing this, the unknown noticed something else that was a little bit better hidden. There seem to be two things lying flat on its back that are kind of vaguely shaped like wings.
It has wings.
Can I just like?
It's like a
Is
shit
this-
Dragonite.
Is this a really long like? How long have we been sat here trying to figure out what this thing is?
Probably not that long.
Like
No,
5
it's gonna be-
minutes.
Can I just
Yeah.
like sneak forward and see if I can see it?
And Lucas sneak with his big old
Yes.
boots.
Yep. You can
Lucas
make me
actually
the.
has pretty decent stealth.
Uh-huh. You can make me the stealth check.
I don't know, I'm just gonna keep throwing Pokédex checks at it. That's all I know to do.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ties work again. It's been a while.
Attacker wins normally.
Hacker wins, I think,
In which case
Okay.
the stealth would win, I think.
because it's they're contesting
Right.
my check? Question mark.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
weird.
Okay. So
I guess I go forward a little bit. I'm just trying to get a glimpse of it. I don't need to get like right fucking next to it or anything. I just want to see it.
Sure. And presumably you're not shining the flash, or are you?
No, I can't really afford to do that. Is the problem? So
Right, yeah.
like that makes it a bit obvious. So I guess I like leave the torch with someone and just sort of walk forward and try and let my eyes adjust or sneak forward. You know what I mean?
Okay. So the terrain makes it a little bit difficult, but you managed
Oh.
to do that.
On a tie, the defender wins.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, fine.
Page
Tom had to
two.
look it
Sorry,
up.
page 220 of the core book.
Way to go, Tom.
So
Okay, I guess I get noticed? Question mark.
yeah, so the terrain is a little bit difficult to traverse. Lucas can make its way through for the most part, especially avoiding the potential Geodudes. But when he's handing the flashlight over to Esme, the turning motion makes his shoes make like a little bit of a grinding sound on the ground because there was some dirt under him.
Sure.
And soon after, you hear another familiar sound, and more dirt joins that as whatever it is starts burrowing again into a cloud of dust.
But as like, can I just like take the torch back and immediately point it at it and see if I get any vision of it?
Sure.
Because it's already trying to run away.
Yep. So you see, as as Miles had described, there are two white wings that are pretty small, that are keeping it kind of upright while it digs straight down to the ground. You catch a glimpse of yellow and a bit of purple, uh, with like through the dust. But other than that, I guess you can see round eye rings. Like there are round purple circles around where its eyes are presumably.
Can
Pretty
the
sure that's exactly what this thing is.
can the unknown attempt to telekinetically grab it so it doesn't doesn't burrow?
Okay, let me see. Make me a focus check. That's actually probably going to be a yes if that's the way you're doing it. Let's see. Da.
It wouldn't be a Noibat, I don't think.
They're not snaky.
It's a slug-like creature with wings that are vestigial. And
Well, it is using them. They're just kind of small.
Is it Dunsparce?
It's a Dunsparce, yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
Dunsparce. Where did my roll go? I got eaten.
Are you GM rolling or something?
No.
And then not a GM somehow.
Ooh. Okay. So I will say that you managed to slow it down, but it's still making steady progress for now. You have a little bit of time before it burrows this time.
Lucas, grab it!
Rabbit?
Grab it! It's getting
I'm
away!
making a fucking combat check.
Athletics, you can do it on athletics.
I could do it on athletics.
Esme, grab it!
Yeah, okay, sure, I'm the idiot, why not? Can I roll athletics, Rev?
You can indeed roll athletics.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
Same one we saw before.
Well, it seems you can't tell for sure, but it seems possible.
Because the one we saw before, do I remember something about it being like a rabbit? Or am I just pulling that completely out of my ass?
I do not remember anything about it
I
being a
don't
rabbit.
think I ever described it as such.
Okay.
Okay, so
Dunsparce.
yeah, so you sprint your way over there, and you kind of do I'm assuming you kind of do like a dive. So unfortunately for Dunsparce, its head is bigger than the tail end that's used to dig. So while you are not in a position to really pull it out right now. You do like an arm lock around its neck, and it can't get past the ring of your arms right now.
I'm gonna give it pets and assure it it's okay. Despite the fact that I'm apparently like a world famous wrestler.
While aggressively cuddling it.
So right now you can give it pets with your face, but if you let go of your arm lock, then it's probably going to get away.
Fine, I'll give it nuzzles then.
Sounds good. Make me I guess for you, Pokehead check.
Do you have the move Nuzzle?
I should, if not.
It is paralyzed. It stops moving for a moment, and your face is in a good position to see one of its eyes open and kind of stare at you. It's a little bit unnerving, to be honest, but I don't think you've ever seen a Dunsparce's eye before. They tend to keep them closed. And actually, for that matter, I don't know what it would look like.
Burrows into your soul.
Nice.
Yes, it pushes its face into yours, and it disappears into your face. Esme is now a Dunsparce.
Oh god.
No.
I have
Yes.
become one with the bug.
So it has stopped struggling for the moment. It is still like half buried in the ground, though.
Oh no, I googled Dunsparce eyes open, and the 8th picture was a sexy Dunsparce.
Yeah. Of course it was. Okay.
Well, this actually looks kind of elegant. So I'll say that this is what it looks like.
No,
so-
please.
No, not
I know where this
exactly.
goes.
How about that?
Okay, can I... Miles, come here and
That
see
is
if
not-
you can talk to it. 'Cause
Okay.
what we want to find is the Geodudes, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, right now I'm just pulling like, you're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
Can we attempt a communication?
Sure. Let's see. Okay, so, the first thing you learn is that it's basically complaining, why are you doing this to me?
We need answers.
We need help, and you're cool looking.
And it says, I can't help you, I can't help you.
Why not?
I just sleep all day. I don't see anything.
Or maybe you dreamt it.
How good is your hearing?
Do you have ears?
Do you see any ears?
I
You
don't.
sassy,
I
like
don't
them.
see a lot of things, but they're still there.
Most bizarre, disjointed conversation ever.
It doesn't respond to that because it doesn't know Miles, and it's kind of contemplating whether he's telling the truth or not. Is Miles telling the truth about not seeing a lot of things? 'Cause as a GM, I find that a little bit doubtful.
Yeah, he is. He can't see the sun right now, but it's still there.
God, are you trying to tell me about object permanence?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Miles is 13.
He's only just developed object permanence.
I see.
He was
okay.
very delayed.
After some hesitation, the Dunsparce says, "Nope, nope, haven't seen anything."
Are you sure? We have treats. Esme has treats.
I do have a lot of treats.
And
Es-
that it seems...
Esme secretes treats.
Could you... Don't tell my secrets.
Oh God. Miles, make me intuition.
Ooh,
Excuse me, just a moment.
14. Bang on average.
Okay. Let me roll a...
He should be over here filming this, shouldn't he?
Okay. So it tries to hide... Oh, I can really beat it anyway. How do I look at it? It tries to hide its curiosity at the mention of treats. It's not so much like... it failed, by the way, if that wasn't clear. It's not so much that it's, attracted to the prospect of treats. It's more that it doesn't really know what they are. It subsists on a very, I guess, standard diet here. There's not too much variety. So it's more that it doesn't really understand what a treat would be like.
Esme, I think it's your time to shine. Aside from holding this thing in a headlock.
I can't get... my arms are like...
Oh, right,
out.
yes, of course. Sorry, I'll come over and give it a treat from Esme's bag.
Thank you.
Okay, Miles, make me your best charm equivalent.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Hold on, I might have a thing for this.
Chance. Come over here and be charming.
I can use intuition!
Okay.
I have mystic senses, that does that.
Okay, so it does. The Dunsparce seems a little bit alarmed at the prospect of a second person joining in the party, but it does stay mostly calm as Miles goes for Esme instead.
Yeah, and then we get a treat out, and then I'll put it like near its mouth. You need to eat
Okay,
it.
well.
It's an eating thing.
Well, okay. So, it's going to kind of stare at Miles, and you get from the unknown that it's telling you, can't eat if your friend has me in a headlock.
You're gonna run away. Can I, like, shift it so I'm holding it by its little sides? Its little tiny sides?
That would require that you try to pull it out some, because most of its body is buried in the ground already, and the head is the only thing outside.
Do I need to make another athletics check?
Sure.
hoist this bitch.
Okay.
We're gonna yank you up out of the ground so you can have a tree.
Yeah.
Roll 20. It's not letting you roll dice. It's rolling the dice.
This is the most aggressively like protagonist minded encounter ever.
So it struggles a bit, but with Esme's freakishly strong grip, she manages to pull it out of the ground slightly. And with a swift movement, she is able to wrap her arms around the thinner abdomen instead.
Now I
its...
can pet you properly.
Good God. Lucas sort of, after all this, Lucas sort of turns to Chance and goes, Why are we doing this?
I don't know. I think she's trying to violently assert friendship.
Yeah, we're making a friend. And then I'll feed the Dunsparce.
Chance is just
Okay.
like recording it, but he's not engaging in the shenanigans in any way.
Also, this is a really opportune time, but I need to BRB real quick.
Okay. So, while Miles relieves himself off to the side, he does feed the Dunsparce at the same time, multitasking. And the Dunsparce is like kind of not opening its mouth at the beginning, but eventually he does manage to aggressively insert some treats into its mouth. After which it begrudgingly starts chewing. And it seems intrigued. It's not really struggling right now. It's still kind of like eyeing the ground every once in a while, but it seems like it's willing to just sit tight for now. As long as there are more treats where that came from.
There are plenty of treats.
Then it is content to sit tight for now.
I kind of need Miles to like talk to it, unless somebody.
Well, we'll assume
Wait.
that he's translating. If you wanted to ask it anything, or if anyone wants to ask it anything.
Yeah, because Lucas has Cobalt too that can kind of understand it, right?
Sure, although that's more
No.
general.
Cobalt, actually, amusingly, Riolu doesn't have Aura Reader,
Oh,
so
that's funny. It's still learning.
No.
I'll say that I can like get some glimpses at least. Maybe not as detailed as Lucario.
sure.
Okay.
But I mean, if we've already got someone translating, it's
Mhm.
it's much for muchness.
Right.
So I guess what we should do, and anybody feel free to correct me, because I'm an idiot, but maybe we can kind of like say, hey, there's more treats if you can kind of like dig around and tell us where we should go, or if like, you see a bunch of Geodudes somewhere or anything.
Okay. Assuming that's what you do, the Dunsparce is going to reply a little bit reluctantly. They make a racket all the time. You can't really miss them.
Can you tell us about where that racket comes from in the caves?
And it says, sure, it's where all the gouges are. I try to stay away from them because I don't want to be. I don't want my sleep to be interrupted.
Understandable. Okay.
And it kind of gives you a meaningful look when you say that.
Yes, I know I'm a huge asshole, but we need information. My apologies.
And it kind of sags in your arms as if it's like it's given in at that point for that.
More pets. More pets for this poor little Dunsparce. Oh, don't worry, little friend. I'm gonna let you go. We're lost and we need to find out about this turf war that's going on and everything. We're trying to help resolve it, so hopefully if we're successful, you'll be able to sleep better.
And at that, it actually brightens up a bit. And it says, "You mean it? I would love for whatever is going on to stop. It's been I haven't gotten proper sleep in like a whole afternoon."
We're definitely going to do our best to make sure things get better around here.
And at that, it says, Oh, why didn't you say so? And it seems a little bit more willing to help you.
Cool. Do you guys want to have the Dunsparce on board if it's willing for right now to kind of point it out, and we can just let it go afterwards, or?
I'm okay with either.
If it's okay with you carrying it around, go ahead. Up to you.
Well, it seems willing to help. As far as the carrying around thing, I don't think it has much choice right now. So yeah, that seems like it's viable at least.
I can like roll up what's left of my scarf and put it in my bag, and it can just kind of nap in there for just like chill and eat treats.
What is even in your bag? Is it like is it hammer space? It's probably hammer space. Uh,
I think for some reason I have a gourmet cooking kit in there that I never use.
okay.
Well, no, I make treats with it. We'll just assume that that's what happens. I
Sure,
don't have a
sure.
whole lot in there other than Pokeballs and the Rego.
Okay.
Secreting treats thing, because I like I'm thinking like that is the most that's like with on the list of like one of the most lame superpowers or whatever. You know those lame superpower lists, but like once per week you can like create a snack size candy bar out of your
Back.
skin.
No. You see, whenever Esme gets enough exercise, like she just sweats candy bars.
No, this isn't becoming canon.
She has. So if you look on at the wrong time, she has really large pores.
No,
Ugh.
stop.
Ugh.
No, no.
Just
No.
like you squeeze a bump on her arm and a whole skittle falls out.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
stop.
This
I'm
sounding.
being bullied.
This sounds like less of a superpower, and more of a curse of some sort.
Yeah, I'm
The curse of
secretly
candy.
I'm secretly like 3 Pokemon in a trench coat.
Esme's
so
that
that's-
guy from the Skittles advert who touches things and they turn into Skittles.
Oh, so that's me a modern day Midas.
Yes.
I have the Skydust touch.
Oh yes.
Yes, I like
Okay, so what you have missed, is that Esme has managed to convince this Dunsparce that you guys are here to help, settle the conflict, and that will make the noise of the territorial conflicts die down, which will allow it to get better sleep.
That is absolutely true.
Yes, and it seems to be, pretty happy about that. So for the moment, it is willing to help you out.
Did it enjoy the
What-
treat?
It did, although it's trying to not show that because it has its pride.
Does it though?
Well, it did. I don't know if it still does, but
Okay, so I guess he is on the team now. He said that we need to look for an area with a lot of gouge marks on the wall and everything.
right.
So Lucas, did you notice anything like that while we were traversing, or any gouge marks that were on the wall in general?
Yeah. Yeah, yes. That, like, this tunnel, and he looks at the walls. I'm pretty sure this one has gouge marks on it. And then there's another one back there with a bunch of gouge marks on it.
Yeah. So to clarify, the parts that had a lot of gouge marks on the ground mostly is the section to the west here, near where the path splits between the Wooper section of the cave and this part of the cave. And then there are signs of movement in the form of scratch marks along this section up to that part in the north.
Okay, so it sounds like we should get to that cross section, double check with the Dunsparce if it happens to know which way, and kind of go from there.
Okay.
Unless anybody else has any ideas.
I don't know caves or cave Pokemon, so this sounds fine.
No, I mean, we're kind of just trying to find, is representative the word of the local drop Pokemon. I don't know.
Right.
We don't even know really what's going on. We're just trying to find someone who can tell us like the other half of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So any of them that can actually give me that would be helpful. So sure, let's go check the tunnel that we already went in.
Okay. So you can do that. I gave Amber. I gave you temporary control of Dunsparce, so you can pull it along. You're moving.
Yay. Alright, let's mosey on up.
Temporary
yeah, you
Dunsparce
can-
friend.
I guess this time I will move slower and actually try and figure out what Geodudes are. What are the actual Geodudes?
I'll say that your rolls from before are still intact, so you can just take
Okay.
it across. Unless you want to try identifying them anyway, but
Not
like,
hugely.
yeah.
If we're alright to just like
Yeah, you're okay.
hand wave that bit, I guess we go up here.
Yep. And off to the side, you see a glimpse of a Wooper that you caught. You know, you caught a
This
view of them
one, yeah.
before when they were trying to tail you. You catch a glimpse of it as it's hiding around a corner.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Hello.
Miles waves. Hi.
Esme also waves.
and it doesn't respond because it's still it's doing its job, somewhat poorly, but it's doing its job.
He's doing his best.
That's true. Let's see. Did I put this in the token layer or the GM layer?
Wait, realistically, Chance should probably be behind Lucas, because Chance is competent.
Oh, whoops.
Well, Chance is still in the Dunsparce bit.
Okay.
Oh, competent
So
friend.
you return to this chamber.
Is this the widened out bit? Oh no, it's up here. Sure.
Yeah. So you return to this chamber. As I said before, this chamber is a bit larger and it has a fair bit of rubble in it, mostly near the edges of the room. Not a lot in the middle. It's mostly just like a clear space with some gouge marks along the ground.
What do you think, Dunsparce friend?
It kind of it doesn't open its eyes, but it sniffs the air and it nods and says, "Smells like they've been around."
Also remember that Solar's meant to have been out this entire time.
Sure.
Sola's just been chilling.
Well, it's in case we're gonna get a cave in or whatever.
Yep. It does not seem like that will be the case.
Okay, do you guys want to investigate this chamber a little more closely, or should we go down the other path?
Well, I mean, Lucas looks around at all of the rubble at the sides of the chamber.
They do look a little bit familiarly shaped.
Yeah, it's like I don't think it's actually empty. Sort of walks like close to one of the bits of rubble. He's not gonna like touch it or anything, but if he looks
not-
closely, is it a free? Is it like can he find a Geodude?
So he's not going to tap dance on it?
No.
No? Okay. That's disappointing. So, when Geodude bury themselves, they bury themselves in, like, various positions. I think most commonly they have their arms beneath them, so from the top they just look like a rounded shape kind of thing. But like the rubble around of them, there is enough that's intact. Like it looks like an intact rock that's large enough to be a Geodude. So as far as you're concerned, it seems entirely possible that there are a fair number of Geodude here. As you do a further examination, you see a larger rock at the end of the cavern.
Yeah, I was wondering because it's going to be a Graveler or a Golem or something that's quote unquote running the show.
Sure.
So I guess I'll wander over to that.
Yeah, so I would say that you're familiar with Graveler and Golem, since they're pretty common knowledge.
I live up on like the mountain slopes as well,
Sure,
so I
sure.
imagine I've seen a couple of Graveler or whatever.
Yeah, you've probably seen a couple of Graveler. Golem are probably rarer in terms of like actually seeing them, but I think you would also know what they are. This does not seem like it has the armored plates of a Golem, so you suspect it is a Graveler. that larger rock.
Miles, come here and tell it we come in peace.
Do we?
Yeah, theoretically.
I mean, yeah, we're just trying to find out, like, their side of
Okay.
this.
Well, yeah, I can't suplex a fucking graveler, my dude. I don't care how strong I am.
Mr. Big Rock in the Wall. We come in peace.
If it heard you, it's ignoring you for the moment.
How about through the unknown?
Yes, it
Okay.
is. You get a sense of stony silence.
Boo.
We have treats. What before?
Do you kind of like express what the treats are like through the comlink?
They're good. They're good things.
You get no okay. You get not much response.
Did the Graveler eat?
Hear
Hey,
me,
rocks.
fellow rock lord. These treats are delectable like small chips of rocks, but tastier.
Do you enjoy fighting?
Okay, there are a couple of things that might have reacted to. Let me see. Okay, so it does not react much to the mention of treats. If Chance wants to express through any mention of the Whooper, you may hear a crack coming from one of the sides, like just as if something had cracked. But if you look, there's nothing there. What was the thing you said, Fish?
Do you like fighting?
Okay, so this thing doesn't communicate in the same way as the other Pokemon that you've communicated with thus far, but you get you get, for some reason, you seem to get a feeling that what you said is correct.
They like fighting.
Yeah, it just doesn't, but it doesn't seem to like come from a specific mind like it usually did.
Ah.
Do we have to do combat to earn the right to hold Congress with you?
You get no response at that.
Do you want to fucking go, bro?
That's dude to you. Don't call me bro, dude.
Shh, don't call me dude, bro. Not your friend, guy.
I'm not your guy, buddy.
Not your buddy friend.
I'm not your friend, pal.
Oh god. What have I done? Yeah, so you do get a feeling that it's not against fighting and it does enjoy it to some extent, or they, if not it. But it also doesn't really express much interest in fighting you.
Can we fight on behalf of the Whoopers?
Why? What?
Well, they're not gonna respect us unless we, like, put up our dukes, apparently.
You
Puts
just
up our
feel-
dudes.
You just feel disappointment.
Guys, conceptually, to like, sort of talking to the general area. Can one of you guys tell me why you're fighting the ghost floaty things? Why are you fighting them? Hello? Anyone? Maybe we can deal with this without someone having to get, like, toe punted?
So, the rocks don't answer, but surprisingly the Dunsparce actually does. And it expresses to you. So that earthquake actually seems to have unearthed some of these fellows. And I know the Whoopers have been here for a long time. Ever since they've been here since I first came here. So it might be that they took it as a, as like an invasion. But these guys mostly keep to themselves. Whatever the case, the Whooper kind of started the fight after that earthquake.
Bastards.
So this is like a lizard people of Earth owned the place beforehand and then got brought in and after an event kind of plotline.
Sure. Sounds about right.
So it sounds like we need to go back and tell these Whooper, hey, Geodudes and Gravelers have rights too. Their lives matter.
Graveler rights.
But that being said, the Dunsparce also notes that when the Whooper came to, investigate and move them around, they did react with violent force, as can be heard throughout the caves.
Right, well, here's an idea. How about you quit fucking each other up?
No? Question mark.
Yes, that is approximately the feeling you get.
Why?
They started it. And actually, you get a unexpected answer from behind you, saying pretty much the same thing.
Alright, well, you motherfuckers didn't both start it. Someone started it, and it ends.
What if we could figure out a way to, like, divvy up the cave system appropriately so you guys don't have to, like, step on each other's turf necessarily? Or would one of you maybe, like, come with us to, meet with the Wolfers so we
Peace
can kinda
talk,
do
peace
this
talk, peace
diplomatically?
talk.
Yeah, and, like, if they try to, like, bother you, then we'll protect you.
And you get a feeling of derision from the Graveler side, as if weak meat sacks like you could protect us, kind of thing.
Dunsparce, can you let them know that I physically ripped you out of the ground, please? I am not fucking around.
The Dunsparce looks at you and expresses, "I resent that.
It happened.
I would still like to be put down, please, whenever you can."
So cuddly.
Whenever you're ready.
But you're so cuddly.
Does this Graveler want proof that we can protect?
Miles is itching for a fight, damn. He's like, there must be violence.
That is one possibility. It doesn't really egg you on specifically, but it is kind of interested in that prospect.
Is there a patch on the wall that isn't, like, entirely Graveler and Geodude?
Okay, so it's not entirely Graveler and Geodude. There are some like rocks that have been dislodged, presumably by the earthquake.
Sure.
There are just a couple around like the perimeter of the room.
We're gonna pick a sizable rock and we're gonna hidden power grass it. And it's gonna fucking explode.
Jesus,
I hope you have eye
Miles.
I hope you have eye protection.
No, I have unknown telekinetically moving the bits away.
Okay, how can we prove to you that we genuinely want to help and are capable of helping?
Okay, so I'll say that with Miles's show of force, he doesn't convince the Graveler to come up and join the talks, but the closest Geodude does actually surface.
Yeah.
And it is at least awake now. So you get like a clearer sense of communication with an individual.
I want to hug it.
Well, you actually though.
I mean, if it's down.
Don't know until you try. Don't know how good your chances are though.
You just want me to die. Like, this is where I die, isn't it?
Maybe. Let's see. Okay. This Geodude says, uh, or basically expresses that the Graveler only really directly communicates with creatures it's acknowledged. And thus far, in their like recent stint in this cave, the only one it's acknowledged is the Quagsire.
What kind of medieval fucking quest system is this? We gotta go talk to this guy now. Will he listen if we get the approval of the Quagsire, or is there another way to gain his approval?
I mean, you could call him on his bluff and like kick him or something. Other than that, he would probably only talk directly to the Quagsire.
I don't want to kick him. Miles wants to kick him apparently, but I'm not. I choose peace.
You can feed the peace to the dogs.
Miles wants these Pokemon to stop acting more childish than he actually is.
Why is Miles suddenly evil?
Okay, well,
Evil?
pretty,
He's not evil.
they've got rocks for brains.
Ooh.
Oh, that is true.
Well, I know we shouldn't split the party necessarily, but some of us could look for the Quagsire and some of us could try to earn this motherfucker's respect.
What does earning its respect entail?
Arm wrestling one of the Geodudes.
That is your job.
You could potentially do that. I don't know if that would give it like its full approval, but that could be a start.
Sorry, I mean that's in character, so I will offer to arm wrestle the Geodude as a show of good faith.
Okay, well, it doesn't seem very interested in the good faith, but it is interested in the arm wrestle. Or at least the Geodude is.
Athletics?
Sure.
Holy
God.
shit.
Rah!
So...
You break its rock arm off.
So, they're built a little sturdier than that. You don't break its arm off, but, you accidentally may have swung it into the wall, and might have shaken some rocks loose from the ceiling.
No, I'm sorry. No, I
And
do
it's-
want to hug it.
And it seems like part of the wall is actually slightly cracked. Clearly not like bedrock or anything like that, but you did some damage to it there. So the Geodude itself doesn't seem to be really hurt, but you do feel its approval over the comlink.
Yeah, fist bump.
And at that, one of the Graveler's eyes opens for a moment to take a good look at Esme.
Wave. Hello.
And you hear kind of a deep rumbling grunt, and it closes its eye again.
No, come back. You have beautiful eyes.
Well, you don't know for a fact it has beautiful eyes. You know it has one beautiful eye.
I trust in the beauty of Pokemon and friendship, thank you.
Okay, so you got it to acknowledge you temporarily.
I need to arm wrestle more Geodudes.
Are we gonna have to work our way up the ladder of Geodudes?
If you want, I'm not gonna make you roll multiple times, but if that's the approach you want to take, that might work.
I guess Esme rolls up her sleeves and prepares to fucking throw down.
Okay, so you notice that one of the other Geodudes has woken up at that display of force. And she promptly wrestles that one into the ground as well. Actually, I have a question. With
Sure.
what is Esme wrestling them?
I imagine she's kind of like just using her bare arms and everything, but probably has wrapped up parts of her scarf around her knuckles so she doesn't bruise them.
Okay, so the reason I asked that is because you are still holding the Dunsparce ostensibly.
I mean,
You can probably free up one hand, now that I think about it, because it's not really struggling at this point.
can I pass it over to like Chance before I get in this WWE style feud?
Sure, you can do that. If
Here,
Chance is
Chance,
willing to
catch
take.
this baby.
Okay, Chance will take the Dunsparce.
And it's going to give him a sniff and say, "You don't smell as good."
Yeah, well, yeah.
You figure I'd smell terrible at this point, but sure.
Okay, but you smell like treats, so that's okay.
Fair enough.
Because you do literally sweat them.
Chance smells of simps. Chance smells of tier
God.
3 subs.
Oh
no.
no. What a tier 3 sub smell? Okay, actually, forget I asked that. I don't want to know.
Neckbeards.
But why though?
Oh, he's a streamer!
Why?
It's true.
Anyway.
At least he's that kind of streamer. Alright, but anyway, Esme wrestles a bunch of Geodudes. So now she has awakened basically a room of Geodudes as a result of that.
Chance is gonna back away a little bit.
Take
And
the
then he's
baby and take the treats. If
Alright,
I die,
let's
raise
see.
him well.
Okay, let's see. And at that, the Graveler finally, grudgingly, like, pulls it out of itself out of the ground slightly, so that it's only like a quarter buried at this point, and it stares up at you as if to say, like, "What do you want?"
I'm gonna offer it a respectful bow and say, "Sir, we just come to try and resolve the conflict so everybody can live in peace." Despite my intense show of violence just now, believe it or not.
It does not seem to mind the show of violence. If anything, it seems to be encouraging of it. But that being said, it gives the mental equivalent of a snort and says, "There won't be any peace until that slippery guy stops, stops trying to attack us."
Right, but are you gonna stop trying to attack them?
And it looks at Miles with a condescending attitude and says, "We haven't even attacked them."
Never.
You just
Never
keep
one.
defending yourself.
Never once have you attacked them.
Okay, so when Miles says attack, does he mean like go on the offensive or like fought back against them?
I'm not going to clarify that.
Okay, so the Graveler is going to express that they have sent a couple of them packing by squish, and it makes like a kind of a fist in hand gesture, which makes an unnervingly loud cracking sound when it does that. And it also says, "But we've just stayed put here."
Would you be willing if we brought a representative over here to discuss? Or if your people are uncomfortable, you could come with us and we could defend you.
And it says, "Ha, talk is cheap." Doesn't seem to think very highly of that idea. And it follows up with, "They don't seem very interested in talking either."
Well, you never know. We could make it happen.
And I'll say that someone sees the lone whooper kind of inching up a little bit.
Hang on one second. Sir, what are you doing, sir?
I'd like to speak
That's
to your
what I
manager.
thought.
And it ducks back a little bit.
Sir, you need to respect. You need to respect the boundaries, otherwise I'm gonna pick you up like a baby, and we're gonna have a chat.
It seems kind of indignant at that, seemingly not realizing that it in fact does look like a baby. You get the feeling that it is actually over 900 years. No, I'm kidding. It is a full-grown adult. By its standards. I would say it might actually be older than Esme.
Oh no, is it like divine move, divine move? I'm 1,000 years old, you can't kill me. You can kill the Graveler, but you can't kill me.
It doesn't quite go that far, but it does seem a little bit indignant at the assertion that it is baby.
Like, okay, listen, you're adorable. That's all I'm saying. You're adorable, and you're valid, and we're trying to work out a way to talk here. So if you happen to know one of you that would be willing to come and talk, please go and get them.
It doesn't move to get anybody, and instead it kind of just you get the feeling it's saying, "What? Am I not good enough?"
I mean, do you want to come in here?
No, but
Do you, come on, fucking fuck around and find out. Let's go.
okay. It will follow you a little bit.
Okay, don't worry. We'll protect, but no aggression on your side either, okay? You have to pinky promise with your tiny little arms.
It promises on its arms.
And your life.
It's a ghost.
Oh,
What do you want from it?
I don't know. Miles probably eats souls. I don't know.
I don't eat souls.
Miles has been established as the evil character of the party.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, when did Miles turn into the evil dude?
Like when you were in the bathroom.
Why am I evil?
Because you were like, listen, I'm about to fucking bitch slap y'all. And you're
They're
like,
acting
"You wanna fight?
like
Do you
they're
wanna
acting like
fight?"
toddlers, and they're like older than Miles is. They need to grow up.
Slap toddlers?
Alright. Hang on wait here, okay. Lucas! Friend Lucas.
What?
I have a whooper here that's willing to talk. Could you please convey to these dudes, these bros, these homies.
Don't call me bro, dude.
Listen, we're not doing this again, alright? I just beat up like everybody here. We're not doing this again. Could you
Can I
please...
convey to them what?
Can you just convey to them that we have somebody here that wants to talk, and any aggression on any side means that we're going to jump in to defend the non-offending party.
Lucas like looks around at the Geodude and the Graveler, and it's like, you guys deaf, or did you get that?
You don't see any ears.
Well, clearly they've been responding to us talking, so...
It's probably safe to assume they understood that.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, there you go.
Alright. Okay. Are you ready?
Meh.
Bitch!
It doesn't
Alright.
seem to think too highly of the Geodudes.
Well, they don't think highly of you either, but we're trying to fix that. Okay. With me. Should I get control over this dude for right now or no?
No, I'll just follow you.
Alright, so we're gonna settle like right here-ish, so it can be between Lucas and Chance as well. Protect the baby.
It is going to choose not to go between you. It will rather just hang out behind Chance.
I swear to God. Alright. Let peace talks begin. Chance, should you be doing this because you're the one that actually can talk good?
I contemplated being the intermediary here, but like there were a couple of times this session where I've tried to like interject with thoughts and everything like that, and the talks have been going on so fervently that I've just kind of been talked over. So I'm like, I'm just gonna let this resolve out. However, it resolves out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah. So I mean, like, I could jump in. And
Okay.
take over
Would
this
you
part.
please? You're the charming gentleman.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we need to resolve this conflict. Uh, would you be willing to come closer, Graveler? And let's
Uh, it does not seem like it's particularly inclined to move for this whooper or for you.
Okay. Well, we need to come to some sort of agreement. This cavern system is extraordinarily large. There's no reason that y'all would even need to come to conflict. And
And
so, I'll initially um, uh, reserve these comments, from what I've heard so far, to the Whooper specifically, rather than the Graveler.
okay. So the whooper is going to disagree with that last statement that these caverns are rather large and they have no need for to basically come into conflict. It will basically express that the areas are different. There are some things that they like the equivalent of forage up here that they can't get down where they usually live. And plus, it adds that they've been doing this for forever, basically.
Sure, I understand that. However, the natural disaster took place, and these Graveler and Geodude were not normal. Like, they didn't look to invade your area. They just it was a happenstance, and short of annihilation for one of both parties, some sort of agreement is going to have to be forged. And so rather than annihilation, why don't y'all look to form some sort of trade network?
And the Whooper says, kind of scoffs and says, "These guys are just muscle brains. They're not interested in anything except being in the way and fighting."
You know what
Sir.
muscle brains are really good at? Punching squishy little axolotl motherfuckers.
And
So-
also,
And the Graveler seems to agree with that.
So maybe it's in everyone's interest to listen to the smart man with the camera.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
they also could be potentially very useful for getting those natural resources that you're looking to achieve, assuming that some sort of agreement can be reached. You could if you consider yourselves to be um, uh, the thinking and planning sort, and the Graveler are more of the action sort. I'm deliberately wording things in a way that makes it
I
not
understand.
offending to either party. Then you could be cooperating with one another for the benefit of both of you.
The Whooper gives that some thought. The only thing it seems, well, I guess there's more than one thing it seems unsure of. One of the things it seems unsure of is that they don't even know what they would offer these Gravelers, and they also it also doesn't see how it's how it's fair that they have to suddenly start conceding things just because they showed up here.
Well, I mean, consider the alternative. Like, I mean, a natural disaster struck and the Gravelers were forced to come here. What happens if something like that happens in the future and you're in a situation where you're cast into some area that normally wouldn't have had you, and you need to make peace with the locals? I mean, you would want to have some sort of beneficial reciprocity, wouldn't you?
It seems pretty. It interjects after that, seeming pretty confident that they could take control of that area.
You can't even take control of this one, though.
And at that, it's like, we're working on it, okay?
But that's the thing. Like, what do the Geodudes and Graveler want? Like, besides to just be left the fuck alone? That's not a big ask.
Basically, what they want is that, and the occasional opportunity to exercise, in the form of battling things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the downside for y'all. You're not losing anything of significant value. And if you play your cards right, you might even get, some cooperation in getting the things that you want.
And the Whooper seems to think about that a bit. Meanwhile, the Graveler and the Geodudes are kind of just sitting there. They have mostly been non-interactive with these negotiations. It's more like if you ask them something like what they want, they kind of respond, but otherwise they're not really putting themselves forward to participate. The Whooper is kind of thinking about it. Still doesn't seem entirely convinced. And it does say that if the only thing they really want is, as long as they don't bother us, then there's not really an issue with them being here. But the problem is, they, they're so battle hungry that they attack every once in a while whenever we come up here.
Okay, well, maybe, maybe there might be people amongst your kind that would be interested in that sort of thing. That could challenge them in non-lethal duels. I'm sure there's differences among your species. I'm sure that there's some of you are more interested in that sort of thing than others, and perhaps there's enough of you that could satiate that desire.
And it seems to. Okay, so it's kind of mixed emotions here. One, it scoffs at that idea that they would lower themselves to that level, but there is a bit of like embarrassment mixed in with that for some reason.
I assume it's because they consider themselves to be. I mean, they wouldn't admit it, but they're frail enough that they don't want to get in those rough and tumble battles. Or alternatively, what if you encourage them to challenge one another rather than the native wildlife, as it were?
At that, one of the Geodudes says that they already do that. That's where all these scrapes come from.
That can be part of the negotiations, is that you fight amongst your own.
Like even more than usual?
I mean, there has to be other wildlife in here, right?
So...
I mean, you're the Pokemon expert, you tell me.
Oh boy, is it fucking time. Should I roll Rev? Seriously?
Yeah, sure. So, from what you've observed in this cave system, the Whooper are dominant enough that they've basically pushed out any other species that would have normally inhabited this area. So by doing that, there isn't actually a lot of other competition for the Geodudes.
Oh, but you know what? There is a town nearby, and they probably have trainers that would love to train.
What did you say, Meg?
I didn't really get an understanding as to what the response was when I suggested that the Geodude merely just fight amongst each other rather than fighting.
Yeah, so the response was basically they already do that.
Right, I heard that part, but I don't understand, like, why is that not sufficient?
Because it's not interesting enough. Not enough variety there.
Okay, yeah, I'm interested to hear what Esme's...
Sure. You were saying something about the town?
Yeah, challenging local trainers that are willing to put up sport against them.
Right. At that, both the Graveler and the Whooper kind of look at you, as if not really knowing what you're talking about.
There are local humans that live outside of this cavern network in a town nearby. So many of them are trainers, and we could let them know that you're here and that you're interested in battles, and you could come towards the entrance of the cavern network and be available for fights when you're interested. And the humans could stop by and battle with you. And there could be some sort of agreement where the fights are whatever you want them to be.
Okay. The Whooper thinks deep on this one.
I was
Uh,
actually that was specifically to the Graveler, but
Right.
I mean,
So they're yeah. So I understand that. I'm gonna get to the Grappler in a second. At that, the Whooper is going to think deep first. Kind of falling silent. It doesn't really know what to think of humans because they haven't seen humans in a very long time, or they have like a pretty long ancestral memory type of thing. Like they, verbal history, basically. So they probably know they know what they are. But the Graveler snorts again and says, "And what? How do I know that these squishy flesh things are strong enough to keep our interest over time?"
Esme is one of those squishy flesh things, and she just beats up all the Geodude.
Yeah, but then what about you three?
I blew up that rock.
Can you?
This
And
would
what about you two?
suffice.
yeah, I was gonna say I have similar capabilities to my friend here. I mean, I'm not going to brawl you in a fist fight myself, but I have friends that would be more than capable of challenging you if you so desire.
And the Graveler narrows its eyes. Continue.
We're
I'll
called
put that in.
trainers because we train Pokemon, mate. Like, points at Solar. Like this.
I'll say, would you like a demonstration?
And it kind of like barely acknowledges what Lucas is saying, but at Chance's suggestion or offer of a demonstration, it does seem a little bit more interested, and it even smiles a little bit. And at that smile, the Whooper backs away a little bit, like just a step.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let the Dunsparce down, because
Okay.
I mean, at this point, it either comes with us or it leaves, and I don't want to continue to hold it because I never liked that idea in the first place.
Sorry. I just didn't want the baby to get or yeah, Esme will be like put a hand on or put her hand on its head and be like, you did really good today, give it more treats, and then kinda say you can go now if you wish.
It like wriggles like a little bit further away, but it doesn't actually leave, surprisingly. And it's just staying here for now.
Oh boy, here I go catching a
Okay.
should Esme bow out of this fight since she's already wrestled, or do you guys want me in?
I can't tell if this is either going to be a one-on-one between Chance and Graveler, or a group-on-group with the whole group versus the entirety of the Gravelers and Geodude.
So you sense that there is some unrest from the Geodudes in the room. It seems that you've gotten them riled up a little
Oh,
bit.
this is how it is it? Okay.
Uh-huh. So instead of a hostile fight to the death, or not to the death, but like a hostile fight, this is more like you've managed to talk it down to like a sort of a show of force, friendly competition. But they are still interested in a full-on battle. I'm going to say Luke's standing on top of one.
Oh, my bad.
I'm going to say one more comes out, and then
We're gonna transition to some sort of combat grid, or is this the grid?
I am going to say that this is essentially the grid.
Okay.
Just cramped quarters. Okay. I
Okay.
did something. That may prove to be a bad idea, but we'll see.
It might get a bit cramped, yeah. That's all.
I hope I'm remembering my type advantages right, because I think rock's weak to fighting, but
Fighting's good,
we'll
yeah.
find out. Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pegging these as fire rock.
Oh,
That's-
true. Yeah.
I
Is
don't
that
think
the
fighting's weak to
consensus?
fire.
It's not. It's not. I'm just clarifying for anybody that's. I think that's what these things are.
I mean, I only really have Cobalt that's any good into them regardless, so...
Oh god damn, these poor dude.
Yeah, they'll be real slow and hit real hard. And be really hard to knock out.
It's kind of disappointing that this is my answer to literally every problem, but it's fucking sword thing.
Oh, is he meant to have 13 health?
No, he's at full health. He hadn't fought since the encounter with the hospital, the town.
I mean, I wish I had Monty, Nebby, or Gary with me, but I don't, so...
I
Oh,
mean,
I
I
haven't
could
done the
technically have
needful.
Sweet Pea, but I think he's still in the river.
Actually, Monty or Nebby more. Gary doesn't actually have a water type move.
Sword is just gonna take it over as my starter.
Okay. Mordred is up to start.
Let me just check something real quick. That's probably a bad idea.
I think I need to check my dang. I don't think Chappie should be. No? Level 20's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
Move to here.
Okay.
Hidden power rock, I think.
Okay.
Rock.
I think.
The rock's super effective against fire. It doesn't resist rock.
Yeah.
correct.
So it should
Yeah, but
be.
if they're rock ground, then
It's neutral.
Yeah. Oh no, if they're rock ground, it'll be weak or not very effective. But
Yeah.
I suspect that they're fire rock.
Well, they're definitely rocks. Right. I'm
yeah.
doing it anyway. This is what's happening.
Okay. Sounds good.
8 to hit.
I mean, we can
Okay.
intuit a lot from based off what happens from.
Yes.
Sure.
Special. This is.
Okay, it hits.
Da 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 da. 54 rock special damage.
Okay, so something kind of weird happens. The Graveler was still like a quarter buried until now, and when it sees Mordred using this attack, it lifts itself up, standing on its feet, and in its so Gravelers have 4 arms. In the 2 lower sets arms, it's holding what looks like a brownish flat plate.
Okay.
And some of the rocks actually get absorbed into it, it seems. But the Geodude off to the side, unfortunately, takes the full brunt of it. Let's see, this is...
Stone plate, whatever it's called.
Mordred is also now a rock.
Okay, got it.
When you said that it had something in its hands. or
2 more
whatever,
Geodude.
I was no. I thought it was really gonna be like a Cramorant style, like it's sacrificing some other.
No. It's guerrilla warfare. It's got 2 Pineco.
Oh god.
Well, to be fair, they wouldn't be affected very much by the explosions. So, let's see. Okay, and then this thing doesn't have an HP bar. Where did it go? Okay. Hang on. I didn't set up HP for the Geodudes. That is a little awkward.
They're minions. They only have 1 HP.
Yeah, you wish, buddy. You wish, buddy.
Let your buddy go.
I'm not your guy, pal.
Not your pal friend.
Okay.
What?
That's not what you sent me in Discord.
Okay. So the Graveler isn't that hurt. The Geodude takes a larger hit. It seems to still be okay for now. It is Cobalt's turn.
Sure. I guess I'll like hit the thing right next to me.
Okay.
I can't miss. So
Thank
Okay.
God.
Let's see. That does. Okay. A fair bit of damage. But it does. Why did the math work? Oh, that is instead. Okay. And it kind of smacks against the wall from the force of the punch, but it still seems to be fairly okay.
sure.
Chappie is up.
Chappie.
Happy boy. Alright, I'm also going to smack the Geodude next to me, I guess.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sorry,
Gonna...
what was the results of the damage being super effective or not?
We don't know.
It was every attack was super so far.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'll do a jump kick.
Probably rock fire them.
But
I'm
Okay.
thinking that they Wooper or Ghost Ground.
So, the Graveler actually grabs Chappie's leg out of midair and smacks Chappie against the ground.
But he's over here. I was hitting the Geodude. How long
Yeah,
is this
so
motherfucker's arms?
jump kick missed, basically.
I see.
Yeah, it's just being flavored.
Well-
And I think he accidentally said Graveler, not Geodude.
Oh yes. Okay, yeah, Geodude.
you lose a quarter of your hit points.
How many is that?
I don't know what your maximum hit points are. Is it
14, I
57?
believe, if it's 57.
Okay, so he is at 14 or he loses 14?
Loses 14. Loses 14.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
Poor Chappie.
Okay. Suerte is up.
He's gonna use Aqua Tail.
Okay.
Go gadget Aquatail.
That hits.
Oh, this should hit pretty bloody hard, actually.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you discover why the Wooper are having so much trouble with these things. Suerte swings its tail at the Graveler, and I don't know if... Are you going through the Geodude too? Because I think we're just in the way.
Has it got pass?
It does have pass.
Aquata has pass, yeah.
Yeah, and I probably could swing it in a way that doesn't hit Mordred.
Please don't hit Mordred right now. He's weak to water.
So do you try that then? So you'll end up on the other side of the Geodude if you do?
This?
I mean, I recognize at this point that it probably won't work. No, this Geodude right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think this one.
I recognize at this point it probably won't work, but I'm working under the assumption that I was going to try it.
Right. So you do that, and it seems that pretty much, or most of the water gets absorbed into the porous surface of these Graveler / Geodude.
They have a fucking ability, don't they? Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Let's see, this is...
Never mind on Nebby or Monty then.
That is a very good ability to have with their typing.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
probably why they have it, to pose a
Yeah.
challenge to us as a fight.
Yes.
No, but I mean, like, evolutionary-wise, that's a very good ability to have.
Uh-huh.
within it.
Although I think in this case, like lore-wise, it was more of a coincidence than anything. It just happened to work out very well for them.
Does
I
that
don't
give
think that
them any. That doesn't give them any quad weaknesses, and it gives. Do I.
Gra-
Ground or ground?
ground. They are.
Ground. They're quad
yeah.
weak to ground.
Although Geodude also has levitate, so.
Do they have
Uh,
levitate and water absorb?
Graveler doesn't. So this Geodude over here.
Does this Geodude right here also have water absorb, or is it just the Graveler?
No, the Geodude also has it.
Okay.
Kind of makes sense with Pumice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this Geodude is going to.
Hang on. Can I move my right?
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
can
move
move your
myself
people
out the way
Move
so
your
that we're
people
not like taking up the bloody. This place is cramped enough without our like trainers being in the way, as it were.
Sure. So this Geodude is going to come over here, flank Cobalt, and use Fire Punch.
Okay. Just take a look at Cobalt here for a second. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure something out here.
Sure. I guess while you do that, this other Geodude is going to.
I'm deciding whether I should counter that or not.
I see. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm going to say this other Geodude is going to Gyro Ball Chappie.
But why?
So this Geodude's speed is 4 and Chappie's is 12, so it would take 8 additional damage on top of that.
Isn't it
That is-
halved?
No, Steel is neutral against fighting.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Rock gets resisted though.
Oh, it is that way round. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Can
I mean, I guess I take the damage.
Just trying to think. Can I use detect? I'm just trying
Yeah.
to look at the sheet and see what
Sure.
I can do here.
If you want to, that's fine.
I don't
It
know
means
how
you won't get to attack though, right?
Yeah, it does take an action.
Yeah. How much damage would he take?
45 minus defense.
It's Chappie's defense. 10.
Yeah,
So
I think you do
35.
survive at least. Yeah.
Jeez Louise, poor Chappie.
You'd end up on 8, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. This last Geodude over here is going to raise a hand. It's not on fire though, and slap Mordred.
Okay.
It's flanking.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Not great, but I'll take it.
But it takes normal damage from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neutral. All right. And this Graveler is going to see that. Grin. Take a 5-step here.
Oh, good God.
Crit magnitude, baby. Only hits
That
Mordred and
doesn't reach
Swerte.
me, right?
No, only hits Swerte and Mordred.
Oh,
Or
that is
75.
gross.
That is pretty gross.
It's not.
74.
It's not 75.
It's 5 hits,
Oh,
right? So it's 58.
yes, 58, yes.
58. Cool.
That's gotta take Mordred off, right?
Yeah.
I think Swerte's actually surprisingly whatever about it.
About half, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does. Looks like. I'm still trying to do the math off the top of my head. 33, so I'm done at 60.
I think that's not correct. Because we patched up after the thing, didn't we?
You got given 2 super potions.
Yeah.
Okay, Cobalt is up.
Well, I've already hit this dude.
I guess,
Owain is
yeah, I
up,
guess
sorry.
Owain's up, yeah.
That's... You know what? Owain wasn't a fantastic choice, but whatever, we'll deal with it. Are there any opportunities? Kinda. Okay, so... Hidden power fucking psychic, I guess?
Okay,
Burst.
sure.
15 to hit.
Yep, hits.
49 psychic special damage.
Okay,
And then 5 foot to here.
okay.
Well,
Sadly, I can't make him double psychic type.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting. Okay, Cobalt is up.
I'm deciding whether, like, it's awkward that the Geodude have Levitate, otherwise I'd copycat the Magnitude.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't work. So I think I just keep punching the one that I've already punched.
Okay.
Yeah. Where are we?
Oh
That's
shit.
a crit.
Okay, that is a lot of damage. Let's see.
If it's somehow still alive, it's paralyzed.
Yep. Let's see.
If it's still up, I will burn my trainer action to make it lose 2 ticks of hit points.
Okay, let's see. That would be. Oh, it is almost down.
Ah, that's
Very
frustrating.
close.
I thought that would make it fall over.
Yeah,
Fair
very
enough.
close. So
Oh well.
Chappie is up.
Well, I guess I don't really have a whole lot of things here that are useful, so I guess I'll try and jump kick again.
Okay.
That's probably gonna hit.
Yes, that does hit.
Are you hitting the
And-
one that's like here? Because that thing is nearly dead.
No, I would be hitting the one that's here.
Okay.
So you like step here and then hit it. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's see. That is. Ah, did again. Okay. Suerte is up.
Suerte is going to use, or Chance is going to use fairy lights and create the fairy lights.
Okay.
Which that doesn't do anything immediately, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. The let's see. The Geodude over here.
God, here we go again.
Let's see. Okay, so the Graveler rumbles out something, and the Geodude, hearing that, is going to, let's see. Let me check something. It is going to take a step downwards. So that's a 5 foot, and then it's going to. It's going to go this way, I should say. And it's going to kind of make a downwards chopping motion with one of its hands, but this time it's at Suerte.
What is that? That's range 8? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
I don't know how it's supposed to actually work in the games, but it's a range. It's a range.
Well, it makes sense that it would be ranged because
Yeah, because they're flying. Yeah, that makes
it's
sense.
the wizard
Yeah, no,
uses all the
I
email
just-
flying targets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just weird. It's just like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I flavored the previous one as like a physical, like a melee.
Yeah, I
attack,
get it,
but
I get it.
this one's
It's
not.
still, I just had that moment of, huh?
Well, I'll go ahead and use Fairy Wind as a response.
Okay.
Fairy Wind in there. 2d6 plus 8. 29, so 2d6 plus 37. Okay.
Okay.
Or no. 2d6 plus.
What's actually happening right now?
He's using Fairy Wind. and
Oh,
Fairy
okay.
Lights.
Reaction to being hit.
Holy balls.
It was a crit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was that the Graveler or the Geodude?
Whichever one smacked down me.
I think that's what's the range on Fairy Lights or Fairy Wind.
I think it's only range 4, but.
So I don't think you can actually hit it. You can hit something
am
else
I getting
though.
attacked from like something way over on
Yeah,
the
you're getting attacked from this thing.
Yeah, that's why I was
Oh,
saying
well,
Smackdown has
Chap-
range 8.
Gotcha. Well, Chappie gets an attack of opportunity then. For what that's
No,
worth.
it's a 5-step. You 5-step from here. Oh well, yeah, okay. I guess yeah. Chappie still gets
He's in
an
melee
attack.
range of someone and isn't
Yeah, yeah.
attacking them.
Yeah,
Sure.
okay.
So Chappie can make a AOO, so it's a struggle attack.
I'm not even sure. I need to reference whether or not I can even use it then. Whenever attacked by a foe within 6 meters.
Holy shit.
The fairy light to either gain temporary use.
Chappie throws a tantrum.
Oh well, yeah, it doesn't say that I can't. Is it?
Yeah, it says within 6 meters there, you said, right?
But yeah, but it doesn't specify that I have to use it on the same target that I got hit
Mhm.
by.
Oh,
and
nice.
And it actually is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can actually hit the Geodude with attack D, but I don't think
Okay.
I'm going to. I think I'll attack this one.
Okay.
But anyways, I'll resolve the smackdown.
Sure. Let's see. 7. That is just short of knocking it out. 3 HP. Okay. Smackdown is resolved. This next one up here is hearing the Graveler's command is going to hold action.
Alright, so Squirtle loses his levitate speeds.
Yep. Let's see.
I think that one's the one next to Suerte.
Yes. It is also going to hold action. So
Oh.
this one and this one are holding.
This
Mhm.
bodes poorly.
And the Graveler is going to 1-step this way
No.
and grabs basically a chunk of rocks from the ground, gouging out some of the ground, and throw them at Chappie and Riolu. And
That's gonna miss.
okay, that
Fucking
is indeed
beans
going
it.
to miss.
Yeah, he
And,
hits his own dude.
It hits the wall over here, and it rains down on the ground under it, and the Geodudes kind of just look at their boss and go like, "Come on,
Bruh.
what?"
Bro.
Okay, but now the other two get their turns. This Geodude here is going to.
Paralyze.
Yep. Well, it's not gonna move. So I don't think
Okay.
it matters here. I think I would have it use rollout. So it's gonna go this way, which should hit both Chappie and Cobalt.
Yep.
If it hits, which it probably does not.
No, that does not hit me at the least.
Hit
It
this guy
hits
is fine,
Chappie,
Arnold.
I think.
It just hits Chappie.
Okay. Not a lot of damage. It is 33. Minus defense resisted, but I don't think Chappie is high enough.
23, 11. Nah, Chappie falls over to that.
Unless Chappie has Endure.
Like that.
Chappie does have Endure. Okay.
Or does he?
Okay.
I mean, he's still
So
gonna
that is
die.
that. And then this Geodude over on the left is going to. Am I mean though?
Yes.
Okay. Smackdown on Chappie. You're taking AO from Suerte.
That's gonna hit.
Flap.
Actually, wait. Well, I don't need to. I can 5-step here. Don't need
Yeah,
to
you can.
AO.
Yeah.
So it's going to slap smack Chappie down. Owen's turn.
Move to.
I have-
Oops.
I was gonna say I have a pretty decent turn in that I can copycat the rock slide here.
Oh.
Can I
Okay.
throw out another Pokemon or no?
Yes. Yes.
I'm a move up to here, which I assume
Okay.
is an occupiable
That's
space.
fine. Yep.
And hidden power something neutral special. Oh my god.
Oh my! Can that even fit? I guess it has to go here. It can't fit anywhere else.
Remember
Oh,
that these
oh,
things
why
these
did I do
things
that?
have water absorb, so any water moves are just gonna heal them.
I retract my sweet pea.
By all means, give me some more temp HP.
No.
Grass should be neutral against these guys.
Yes. Press neutral. Okay.
To hit mostly dead guy, I think we need to fix the action economy here right now.
Okay.
That-
Dead guy is now dead guy.
Is not a crit because I removed that ability. Cool. He's just dead, is he?
Yes.
Okay, he's taking a minimum of 41 damage, so.
Definitely dead. Okay.
Oh shit, Cheery should have gone first.
Yep. But Cherry is up.
Okay.
Be careful where you step. That there is actually completely fine. But don't go any further into this area because this is going to be blast zone.
Can I? Let me take a look here real quick. Can I hit the Graveler from here or no?
What-
Is it
what
just
is?
leave through the?
You can, from where you are standing specifically, you're gonna get AO'd by the Geodude, but I think you can take a step back as well.
Yeah, so you could step to like here.
Hey Fish, just so you know, your site is throwing off expired certificates, and it's giving you like virus warnings.
Is it?
I know it's fine. I'm just.
Yeah, it's fine. I must have not renewed the SSL certificate. That's fine. I'll fix that after.
Oh.
I beam, that does not hit. I think some of the dust that was thrown into the air from earlier probably knocked off the aim.
Sad.
Unfortunate. But Owen already had turn, Cobalt's turn.
So yeah, I will copycat the rock slide.
Okay.
I have no idea what the roll for that is.
Well, roll the. Let's see. Do you have any accuracy?
I just
bonuses?
used the move that the target used on their last turn, so I guess
Right.
I rolled. Well, the thing is, I haven't actually got a mark on any of these three, so the D20 is entirely to see if I crit.
Sure. Then go ahead.
So I will.
You just roll a raw
I
D20
do
then.
crit.
Okay. Roll for me. What's the damage? It's base 8, and that would be. Let's throw out random.
My
2d.
attack is 22 for what it's worth.
Yeah, so it's 2d8 plus. Oh well, okay. It's 4d8 plus 42.
66.
Okay.
Rock physical.
Where was that aimed again? Was it?
Well, I should.
as it-
If I put it here, it should hit all of them, right? If I like, move
these
one
three.
step
No.
back.
It's a
Can't,
3 by
it's
3
it's blast 3.
It's blast 3, isn't it?
Yeah, 3x3.
It's either these these two, or these two.
So I probably want to hit the Graveler and the one that's almost fallen over. So
Yeah.
can I hit? Can I put it here?
Yep, you can. However, the plate it's holding onto does still absorb some of the rock, but it does
Oh.
knock this one over. Let's see. Let me
Man,
do
I had
this
this
Does the
whole
plate
thing-
absorb all of the rock, or does it
No.
still appear to take damage?
It still takes damage, just not as much.
Sure. Sorry to talk over you there, man.
No, it's fine. I was actually going to go do a cinematic, like here's to you, Doug, and I was gonna use dig, but by the time I actually come up out of the ground, the battle's gonna be like pretty much over. So I'm not gonna. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it because I don't think the Graveler's that hurt. So I don't think more.
No,
than
it's
likely-
still above half, so
Yeah.
still there.
So yeah, chance is gonna move up so we can get a better view. And
Okay. Let's see. That was now it's Sword his turn.
yeah, so I'm gonna go like here's to you, Doug.
And use dig.
Use dig. I'm the only one in the party that's used the dig.
That is true.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm gonna. Sorte's going underground.
Got it. Geodude. Geodude is gonna come over here and fire punch Cobalt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Oh, that didn't show 'cause that was.
Yeah, I can't see what you
Yep.
you did.
Well, I guess I'll roll again.
Sure. I mean, that's going to make me fall over, so I'll endure and counter and just be out of the. He probably won't get another attack.
Okay, let's see. This is 25. Okay.
So because yeah, it's going to deal 25 to him. So.
Yep. Alrighty.
So he takes 50. Yeah.
Traveler is going to come over here. Well, I feel sorry for all of you.
Do you really though?
That wasn't that bad, actually.
wasn't that- it
That could
wasn't
have been.
that
That could have been a lot worse.
Did he actually? Oh, is he hitting Cobalt and Cheery here?
Yes. That's what I was
Sure.
going for.
How much do
Yeah,
I take?
Cobalt falls over.
Some humans are in the crossfire, but that's okay.
It's dealing
30
38, which is reduced by your physical of physical defense of 12.
Yeah.
What I really wanted you to do, Rev, was like dogpile him, have them all next to him, and then I'd get to endure counter and turn it into a melee 3 target instead.
You're funny.
No. No!
Does that work? I'm actually not sure.
Why
I don't-
not?
I don't think it counts
Counter
as
is melee 1 target.
I don't think it counts as a damaging move. That's why.
I have no.
If for it to be a damaging move, I think it needs to have a damage roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Well, it
why
doesn't.
I'm
It
not
doesn't
sure.
say that. It doesn't say anything about that on the feature. I don't think.
That's what I didn't know. If it doesn't say anything, then it works. If it does say something about damage, then it.
Yeah, hang on, here you go. You may activate this feature to cause one of your Pokemon to use a physical melee 1 target move.
Okay.
It's
No,
with
then
range
it
for
works.
Melee pass or melee 3 targets.
It works with melee 3 targets. It does not work with melee pass because melee pass requires you to do the movement at the same time.
Yeah, no, I was
yeah,
thinking
no.
like if he was surrounded, he just took like
Yeah.
bitch slaps all 3 of them.
No, that actually does work. I'm kind of surprised. Okay. Churi is up once more.
Oh, I suppose I have to send someone out, don't I?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, Javelin and Morgana not looking at their best in this combat. Well, I guess the only real option is sort of.
Okay.
I guess I'll swift the Graveler.
It's not gonna do a whole lot, is it? 'Cause it's
it
normal
is-
type.
Graveler?
It is resisted.
Yeah.
I
Is
guess
there
I'll try
something wrong with
Psybeam
just
again.
Psybeaming it?
Psybeam is probably a better bet.
I just don't want to miss again. Alright, I'll
N-
try.
Sure.
It's a 2+. It's not likely to
Okay.
miss.
Did that crit?
Does Esme have crit range? Any part of the kit?
That hasn't rolled correctly, by the way.
No.
No.
Yeah, the damage looks
The damage is... Oh god, okay, hold on. Can I even see Cheery's character sheet? I can't. I think Cheery just doesn't have any special on that sheet for some reason. It's meant to have
Right.
30.
Let me take a look. Where's the addition? Oh, type aura. Okay, so yeah, it should be that plus 30, so 50.
Oh.
It does confuse it at the very least.
2d10. Yeah. So it's 50 special psychic, and it confuses. Were you aiming this at the Graveler or the Geodude?
The grappler.
Okay.
There is no crit extension.
Okay.
Yeah,
got
so
it.
it's just a normal,
Yeah.
normal shot.
Let's see. This is that, and where's the?
2d10 plus 10 plus 30 each.
What isn't on the sheet at the moment, or what isn't on those rolls, is focus training. So the
I
attack
forgot to do.
the attack
Right,
rolls
okay.
should be slightly higher.
I forgot to
Sure.
do this.
Not that it
I'm
matters in
sorry,
this case.
Tom. You might have to go over the sheet with me again since
That's
I'm so
fine.
bad at it.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Owain is up.
Owain is up. Right. I had a plan for this, but I've completely forgotten what it was. Would that have been a good idea? That probably wouldn't have been a good idea. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
Well,
bad.
no, that's fine, and we'll do a bit of hidden power grass, psychic. Sorry, I did grass last time.
Okay.
1d20 plus 5.
Okay, that hits.
I would be surprised if it didn't.
It doesn't hit.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see.
Grass. No, sorry, psychic special.
Yes. Let's see.
So regular damage. Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. They are both still up. The Geodude looks much worse for wear. The Graveler is also on its last legs, so a bit healthier.
Cool.
So Solo's up.
Dark pass move.
Well, I'll just turn my only. Well, I can turn Play Rough into a pass move, which is my highest DB.
Dark's
fuck 'em
neutral
up.
and normal's resisted, so
It's very bad into these guys though, because they're fire.
yes, it is.
So I'm better off with just a dark move.
Yeah.
So I guess I will use 2 AP and make my bite a pass move.
Okay.
And just
Somehow.
go through to here. I
Okay.
think that
Solo's
works,
just
right?
going on
that should
rock
work.
like,
So I end up over here and I use bite.
Just run past going arrow.
she's just chewing on rocks
Oh,
like
boy.
That's a crit.
Shit, son.
Okay.
Tasty, tasty coal.
Fucking not.
The fucking Gravel's flinched as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that knocks out the Geodude, and the Graveler is left reeling, but it is still up by a little bit.
I know
And it
this
is
is a
flinched.
no, but could Esme in theory run over and just punch it in the face and finish the battle?
I think there's another person waiting to finish the battle.
Dig!
No Suerte.
Dig!
Sorte! Fuck 'em
Oh,
up!
the dig! The dig!
No!
Oh!
Wait. Oh, I can't. Even if I helping hand, it won't do anything.
No,
but
it'll this hits because flanking.
Flanking!
Well, I mean
my
it's also
God.
vulnerable, so because of the flinch. So
can I helping hand it or no?
No, you already moved this turn.
Sad.
Yeah, you already did a thing.
that is a good chunk. But yeah, that seems to be enough. Your
Eat a
the power of friendship prevails. Not the friendship between you guys, 'cause that doesn't matter. It's the power of friendship between Suerte and Doug.
What do you
Yep.
mean? Well,
That's what matters.
I'm gonna go hug Lucas right now because he hates
Aww. Lucas is just sort of bewildered and it's like, okay.
it. You're my friend, and you're my friend, and you're my friend,
And the Dunsparce. Yeah.
and you're my friend.
Is he?
And
Yeah.
after the bite and dig combo,
and Hidden Power Grass. The Graveler sinks to one knee, but it is still conscious. And after it takes a few, almost a minute to catch its breath, if it even breathes, I don't know actually.
Where are your lungs?
But it eventually, instead of standing up, it sits into the ground where it's at. It probably doesn't have the strength to stand up fully, but it looks as comfortable as it can to keep some of its pride intact. And it growls out, it rumbles out something. And with Owain's translation, you understand that to mean some mixture of I yield and you've shown your strength. We'll give your suggestions a shot.
Yeah.
And then we hit it in the head with a pokeball. You're
Your
mine
leader
now.
is belong to us.
I do unironically kind of want one. Despite the fact that I'm a fairy trainer, like, the idea of getting a Geodude. Like, for the same reasons that I have Heldig.
Right.
Well, why not? Take one of their best warriors, not as a prize, but offered to take them on your journeys to fight more strong peeps.
So, what I will say... Oh god. That is a little bit disturbing in context. The picture that Fish just posted.
Okay.
Ew, Tom.
Oh god.
I mean, out of context, that's like, okay, it looks a bit gross. In context, that actually feels gross too.
Oh, it's a Tunicate. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's not a rock. Okay,
No.
so these are actually guts.
Yes. Well,
Okay. Well,
there's something.
something. Okay, got it. So what I will say is, it is probably not going to give up any of its finest warriors, but if you want a Geodude, it's going to say that because of the strength you've shown here, the independents down south will probably be willing to join you.
Hey, Greg. Greg's a fuck up.
Are they all like pumice around here though?
Yes.
Okay. Relevant.
Yeah, it's not really relevant mechanically, other than the fact that you can't catch the Graveler.
Yeah,
you can, like, it's just for I think that makes most sense.
Oh no, I wasn't expecting to catch the Graveler. I think it's more just that I'm pretty sure Mag wants one of the like weird typing ones.
Right. Although it doesn't really matter that much because they evolve at 25 anyway, so it's kind of, well, I guess it's kind of soon.
It's 3 level ups.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Maybe not that
Cobalt
soon.
is a Riolu for the foreseeable future.
Sure.
I could totally like see. I mean, especially in the way that you have the mechanical rules for underdogging or whatever, like continuing to keep a Geodude, because that double weakness or that double resistance is quad effective typings. That's like fucking amazing.
Underdogging, that's definitely a thing.
Well, will they?
Yeah,
They've
so
capitulated, yeah.
Cool.
yeah, the Graveler said they'll give it a shot. This is contingent on you guys going back to the town and recruiting some people, or at least talking to some people to see if they would be willing to use this as a training ground. That doesn't actually sound unreasonable, so the answer is most likely yes. But that is the last part of the agreement.
Okay, Mr. Little Big Eyes here, you gotta make sure your people behave too, okay?
And
we have to go back and sell that to the, like, is he like fully a representative of like, can he make decisions unilaterally, or do we need to go back and speak to the Wooper?
so, you probably want to go back to the Wooper anyway, because actually, I guess that depends on. I don't remember what I had the Quagsire say to you and what it wanted you to do.
Did we ever talk to the Quagsire?
We did.
Yeah.
You did.
We did.
I don't remember what it even offered us as a reward.
It was,
wanted
it was
us-
a big mushroom. That was.
Oh right, yeah.
So out of character, it's meant to really kind of be sold, but it is like it has medical applications and stuff.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I think you could still get that. If you want to RP it out, we can do the whole thing. Otherwise, I'll say that can just happen. You go back down, you talk to the Quagsire, and explain the circumstances in a way that makes it sound like you did it what it asked, and it gives you the stuff.
Sure. And I assume someone can boop a Geodude in the south if they want one.
Sure.
Unless you want the mag to RP that out or whatever.
No, that's fine. You already have like okay relations with the one that you stepped on.
Yeah.
Kind of calmed it down, and had a nice chat with it.
Gave it a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it does still have my scarf, doesn't it?
It does.
Well,
It liked that. Geodude will remember that.
How is it gonna just be a Geodude with my scarf around its somehow around its non-neck? Please, can that be canon?
Just around the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's got a little cape.
This is some mystery dungeon shit right now.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So, on your way out, I will say make me a. Actually, I guess the question is, do you guys explore the cave anymore?
If there is more of it that we haven't seen, I get the impression that I mean, Chance's whole thing is seeing the entire area, and Lucas is interested in the caves and whatnot. So
Sure. So on the southeast, it seems that, like I said, the walls are cracked by the presumably by the earthquake. In one section at the very end, you see something strange on the wall. It's embedded there sort of similarly to how the Geodudes were embedded there, but this one is still in there, and it doesn't seem to be a Geodude. Instead,
Okay.
make me a general ed check.
All of us, or
Yeah, sure.
attack.
Oh, that's one
General
too
ed.
many. Imagine mine's an 8, because it's meant to be.
Sure.
how big of an idiot am I? Not too dumb. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Fucking hell. There. Not
Okay.
too dumb.
Entirely
that-
average.
Chance and
Yes.
Esme recognize it as a fossil. And I will say further that Chance and Esme, make me a Pokeed.
I was gonna say, can one of them tell which one it is?
Uh-huh.
That's not bad.
I can't even get that high, but
Okay. I'll say that Esme has. Okay, so yeah, you can tell that the what's there is a. It looks like some sort of chitinous body, and you think you see what looks like a mushroom on top.
Is it-
Mushroom on top.
Is it a Paris fucking fossil?
That is a good guess. It is indeed a Paris fossil.
Ah,
Rock bug
Okay.
Paris?
that's pretty cool.
rock grass. Probably rock grass, to be honest. If it's a mushroom.
The only weird thing about it is that the mushroom seems a bit shriveled, much smaller than a usual Paris would have.
Oh my god. Hold on.
no.
Hold on. Have this from the anime, and the one in the back left is Esme.
Yes.
Ah,
They look kind of bald without them.
They do.
On the
I
bright
like
side,
that I'm just dead.
You just like fell over taking a mushroom off.
well, I mean, I think that actually does kill them because they're like mind controlled by the mushrooms, right?
Or the mushroom is the
that's what they're
fruiting.
based on.
The mushroom is the fruiting body, right? So they can probably remove the body, and then there's still fungus in
I
them.
see. I see.
Yeah, parasite is fucking weird.
I'm pretty sure canon-wise, the Paras are not actually like fully.
Yeah, Parasect is though.
Yeah, Parasect is the one that's totally fucked up by the mushroom. The Paras are actually just bugs.
With fungus.
Bungus.
Fungus among us.
Yes. Oh no. Fuck.
Amogus.
Yep. So yeah, there is a Paras fossil in the wall.
Okay, we can retrieve it. I don't know if we're gonna actually use it, but we can retrieve it. You wanna keep track of that, Esme? Okay, cool.
Okay. So you managed to dig it out. It doesn't take much work. You now
What
have
about
the
the-
Paras fossil.
The Dunsparce, does anybody want to do anything with it before we leave?
I mean, of course, I'm gonna say you can come with us if you want, but if you want to, you know, finally go back to sleeping and everything, you should find it a little easier now.
Okay. Let's see. It is going to take you up on that offer. It was on the ground now. It doesn't slither all that fast, but it can dig. It's going to seem like it's about to leave. It says that was all very interesting, but I do want my beauty sleep. But before it leaves, it kind of looks at Esme and says, "Can I get one of those for the road?"
And little friends, here you go.
And it snaps up the tree and then lets you get a little bit away before it starts digging and throwing up rocks and dust. And
Farewell.
it is gone.
I like him. He was nice.
I love the idea, by the way, that Esme is like a legitimate researcher and has a stipend and whatnot. But the reason why they don't always have money, despite their stipend, is because they spend it all on Pokemon treats.
Yes.
That sounds very in character.
What do you mean? Esme sweats treats. We established this.
Yeah.
Oh
Listen,
god, please no. Please no. Just no.
Okay.
Zap.
If I assume that, well, actually, I'll pose this as a question. Do you want to go back and RP with the Loopers before you go?
I'm fine skipping, but I'm also along for the ride if you guys wanna do so.
I have a similar opinion.
Yeah, I don't really think there's a huge amount that needs to be exchanged with them at this point.
Stop being fuckboys, and they'll stop being fuckboys.
Yeah, I mean it would basically be just us like explaining what's already been said. So I'm not super attached to going back and dealing with them. I see, as it were.
Okay, sure. Well, they're here if you ever need them. But basically, you go back down, you explain what happened. They give you the big mushroom as agreed upon, and you are able to finally see the light of day again.
And we're all blind.
Yes, as blind as the Whooper. Okay.
Those poor Looper.
Yeah, but that was that little side adventure. You are now back outside. It's been, I'd say, a couple hours. Although it feels like longer. The people in town move quickly, so they may have already cleaned up a fairly large amount of the leavings from the earthquake and mudslide, river redirection, etc.
They're witches.
Yeah, you don't know if the power is back up fully, but they might have something ready to go, basically.
So we should probably go talk to the gym leader, Zoe, I think her name was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And talk about the whole dude bro situation.
Dude, don't call me bro, dude.
I'm not. I'm calling them dudes and bros.
Now speak on their behalf. I had to give them a voice, you know.
I kicked their asses. I fucking whatever.
All right, but yeah, I think that's where I would end today's session.
Cool.
And
That's fair.
then next time, just so you can do the shopping beforehand if you want to, I'll say that that big mushroom is worth like 5k. So not like a ton, but it's a little bit to add to your
12.50.
piggy bank.
So 12.50 each, yeah.
Yeah.
Chance.
That puts me up to 12.50.
Wonderful.
Puts me up to 21.15.
Get any milestone or miscellaneous or anything like that?
Yeah, I think that's something that can happen. So let's say you level up. This session.
Okay. Cool.
So I'll put that all in the announcements.
Cool.
And then lastly, what is different about the Geodude compared to normal?
Hang on 1 second. It is. Okay, so it's mostly based on a Alolan Geodude instead. If you look at its move list, instead of, let's see,
So basically just interpret Alolan Geodude, but just flavor
yes,
swapped it from electric to fire.
yes, and it has instead of Magnet Pull, it has Water Absorb,
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll work it out.
and instead of Galvanize, it has Rough Skin. Pretty simple stuff. I'll type that to you. But otherwise, we're done here pretty much.
Oh, Rev, I have a question. If I
Yes.
want to breed another Eevee, do I need to make room in my active Pokemon for an egg?
No.
Oh,
Hey. I got my first extended crit range move on Solar.
Nice.
She
nice.
learned Slash.
Oh boy,
I'm-
Slash.
I'm still
Hey,
very amused
hey,
at the
hey,
idea
hey.
for chewing on rock.
Hey. Slash isn't too bad as long as it's not resisted.
I know, I know.
She crits on like on an 11 or something. Like.
That'd be 12, I believe. So that's the cap, but yeah, pretty.
Yeah, 18 and then another 6.
Okay. 17, 16, 15.
Even without having hit something, she's on a 14.
Right, yeah.
So pretty not bad.
Tom, do you want to do some Phasmo?
Possibly.
Okay, just let me know.
Okay.
We should get David in on it at some point.
Maybe. I'm not super good with like jump scare stuff.
It's
so-
not that jump scary.
It's really not. Like, you get used to it really easy. Plus, you can do Tom's original strat and just hide in the van.
You can just hide in the van.
Hide in the van. You mean
Doesn't that defeat the purpose of the game?
No, having someone in the van is helpful.
It is really helpful, actually.
for when you need to make a quick getaway.
Yeah, everybody's dead. You're just like, well, fuck this.
It's
I mean,
like,
someone has
I'm
to be the
literally
messenger
Fred
to
in
te-
the mystery machine, right?
Hmm.
Someone needs to tell everyone that their family members are gone,
Nah.
taken out by some vengeful ghosts.
Usually a fucking toddler ghost with like a toothy, like just teeth for a face.
Oh,
Face
and,
It's
it.
always like really violent. Like that one is the angriest of all. You think it would be the big guy with a butcher knife, but no. Like
how
toddler tooth is
glorious.
just
Morgana learns Nightshade.
oh,
Woo.
what an obscure game.
You would think, though, that the angry man with the butcher knife would be the most violent ghost. Yes.
He's really not. Like he's just kind of like whatever. but little tooth toddler's always like, fuck you, get out of my goddamn garage. It's like, it's not even yours, Karen. God.
Just call it Karen.
Sometimes the ghost name can be Karen. It's randomized.
Mm.
We had Michael Jackson once, and he was very violent.
Did you actually have a Michael Jackson?
We did.
Yes, that was his name.
Wow. Wow.
I had Christopher Robin once, and he straight up fucking killed me.
Christopher Robin.
And Betty White shows up every now and again. She's been relatively cool, though. Betty White is a fucking queen. But yeah, we should, you should get in on it sometime. Rev Mag, you're of course welcome to if you can, stomach ghosts.
Oh god, Phasma. I think it's not quite in my wheelhouse, but thank you for offering.
Yeah.
Alright, but yeah, I will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Thanks.
No
Thanks
worries.
for running.
Cheerio.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.